Ta-da!
If you're wondering what's behind us, that is our brand new to us motorhome.
This is definitely not brand new, as you can probably tell, but it's new to us. Very, very excited, and it's probably absolutely nothing like any of you expected. And to be quite honest with you, it's
Surprise.
nothing like what we expected. But when we found it, it just felt right, didn't it? Inside, outside, we just both fell in love with it. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it is, why we like it, and give you a tour inside and outside. Talk a little bit about why we bought this and some of our plans.
Yeah, and right now is a great time to go tour through it because there's nothing inside.
So we want to take you through it and see what it's like empty with all of the storage space inside the basement and inside. Completely devoid of our stuff, devoid of any decorating whatsoever. But tell them what it is.
This is a 1999 Country Coach Intrigue. And
it's 40 feet.
Yeah, it's 40 feet long and it has one slide. And what's really funny about that is that during most of our shopping, Julie's like, gotta have my slides.
Love my slides.
Yeah, I gotta have at least 2 to 3 because we were coming from a 4-slide coach. Ours was a 36-foot quad slide. Now we're going to a 40-foot single slide, but it actually feels very roomy even with only one slide. And part of that's the extra length, and part of that's some other features inside that you'll see when you come inside.
Yeah,
but
I don't feel like we're downsizing in space at all, and I think you'll see that when we go through, and I think the proof will be when all of our stuff is in it, making sure that it fits, but we're confident that it will.
Well, we know we've got way more basement storage. I mean, stuff that I was really looking for, wanted more basement storage, I wanted more carry capacity, and wanted that extra, wanted the diesel. It's got a 350 horsepower, 1,050 foot-pound torque, 8.3 liter Cummins. Yeah, and it's drives beautifully. And,
it's a solid coach.
Yeah, it's solid.
So let's go take you inside and take a look.
All right, so the basement in this coach is amazing. I have so much storage. Got a 42-gallon propane tank. That should last a really long time because that is gigantic. All steel boxed frame. This is a semi-monocoque construction. This is the way the whole frame is. It's all integrated into the upper part. It's all one piece. But look at this storage. See, 2 full pass-through bays. Oh wait, here's another one. 3 full pass-through bays on a 40-foot coach. It also has a joey bed. They're only half-size joey beds. They only go halfway in, but it's nice to still bring it out to access things. And another bay. This one doesn't go pass-through, but this is more of a plasticky surface. So if I'm gonna put liquids and stuff, I don't have to worry about as much if they spill. Got brand new tires. Just put those on the day we bought it. I'll have a separate video about that. Battery bank. Those are 8D batteries, really big batteries. I'm not going to pick one up and show you because they're like 150 pounds a piece. We will be replacing these batteries because these batteries are pretty well toast. They do have some power left in them, but they're definitely needing replacing. We'll do some research on what batteries we want to put in here and make that switch soon. This is just engine related stuff. Also had the coach serviced the first day we got it, and it's got new fuel filters and oil filters and all that jazz. It's got the Cummins 8.3 liter diesel. It's 350 horsepower, 1,050 foot-pounds of torque, and it's all really clean in here. And then around the side, notice there's no radiator in the back. It's a side breather or side radiator coach, which is nice. It gets really good ventilation, and you can see obviously it's black inside the exhaust pipe, clear indicator of this pre-emissions. Got the wet bay, nothing really unique there. These bays are just the other sides of those full pass-throughs, of course, but they're not as tall on this side as they are on the other side. And in this bay, this is a PowerTech 7,000 watt diesel generator. Most of the coaches switch to Cummins own generators that are in the front, but I heard these are really great generators and I'm excited about how easy it looks to maintain. A couple other really cool features on this coach is the slide is actually recessed flush mount slide. It's not on the outside which is a very high-end coach feature. I like the mirrored windows. Most of the windows have window awnings, which help keep the sun out of the windows as well. Helps keep things nice and cool. One other feature on the outside of this, and without having slides, this is extra important because with no slide on the curbside, you get a larger patio at your campsite. But that's especially cool when you have a gigantic awning like this. Look how big this awning goes. It goes from all the way at this door. This is just the midpoint. It goes all the way back here.
Well, as you might have gathered, being in 1999, this coach is 19 years old. It's probably actually 20 years old because being 99, it was probably sold in 98, with 99 being the next model year. So we are going to be doing some work to it inside and out to really bring it up to what we would love. But we want to show you what it looks like now. This is original, all the original furniture, all the original flooring and everything. Let's go take a look. All right, so want to show you what it looks like as is, exactly how we bought it. We've done nothing to it, no cleaning, no mods, and nothing. This is exactly how we bought it from the dealer. This is all original furniture, original leather furniture, and it's actually in pretty good condition considering it's nearly 20 years old. It's really comfortable. Another really unusual thing about this coach is it's whitewashed ash wood. It's really unusual to see such light colored cabinets in RVs, and we actually really like it because it makes it feel more spacious. And there's lots of cupboard storage up here. You might notice that this is actually a pretty low ceiling height, which is something that we like, and especially I like. But lots of good storage here, and this is all real solid wood cabinetry. These are really solid, well-built coaches. Country Coach had a really great reputation, was known to be one of the best coach builders back in the day before they went out of business, unfortunately, when the economy tanked in, I think, 2009. So this has one slide out on the driver's side. So it is in at the moment. So what you're seeing behind me now is all of the space. Everything in this coach is accessible. Everything when the slide is in, which is really unusual in a lot of the newer, more modern coaches. So here's the living space. Got a sofa here that becomes a jackknife sleeping sofa. Over here we have a armchair, which is very comfortable, and I believe it has a kick-out footrest. And this is actually a desk. This is really cool. They don't do this in new coaches today, except in that brand new, I think, Winnebago Horizon. That's like $400,000. But this is a really nice sized little desk that you can work from, and of course just pop it away. I mean, it seems like sometimes the older technology is, and ideas and layout and design on RVs was somehow a little bit more thoughtful than some of the things we're seeing today. But this has also got a drawer. I'm not going to go into detail in this video, just give you an overview. And a little cupboard with a couple of shelves. So this is great. Still quite a bit of space here. We have no idea how we're going to, where we're going to put things, how we're going to style it, what we're going to do with Marc's office chair. No idea yet. So we will get to that over time in other videos. But all original valances. Looks like the original night and day shades. They are pleated shades. Not my favorite thing, but they're actually really decent quality and work well. So what we've decided to do is just live with it exactly as it is for a while. I think probably for at least 2 or 3 months, just to get a feel for it and to really get clear on what we want to do with it before we put the time and money into doing some upgrades. More cabinetry up here in the kitchen. It's a little bit, I have to stand on my tippy toes to get to these, but good storage. I really like, have a look what they do with these drawers. Instead of having the usual little latches, you actually lift it slightly and then pull the drawer out, and then they go back in. So that was all wood. There's no risk of this. Even the bases of these are wood. That is not the case with a lot of coaches of today. This actually is not too dissimilar to the floor plan in our Tiffin motorhome, because we've got the sofa, a dinette, and the kitchen on the passenger side, the curb side. And this area over here is different and more spacious. But what we do have here as well is also storage underneath the booth dinette. Again, lifted. These are really deep, solid drawers. We have had to replace the bottom in our other Tiffin because it wasn't made of solid wood. Okay. These are just padded seats in the booth dinette. They're okay. Not super comfortable, but they're not uncomfortable either. Nice big table here. I like the boxes around the windows. I'm not thrilled about the decor, but you know, the boxes actually keep it really nice and neat. So like I said, it's like there's nothing really offensive about it. It's obviously not our taste exactly the way that it is, but this is totally fine and livable for now until we decide that we're ready to do some kind of a upgrade or a makeover. So one of my pet peeves in RVs, and especially older RVs, is carpet in the living space. But this is actually really clean carpet. It's a light grey. We're not seeing any major noticeable stains or anything here. It's definitely something that we both feel that we can live with for a while, and you know, it's fine until we decide what we're going to do with it. We've got some tile floor here in the kitchen, and 2 air conditioners. It looks like maybe someone's already upgraded the lights. I imagine this age it probably was brass fixtures, and these now appear to be brushed nickel fixtures. So I don't know if these things and the cabinetry, the hardware on the cabinetry, if these have already been updated, because brushed nickel, I don't know if that would have been standard back in 1998 when they built this, but we prefer brushed nickel anyway. So got a dual sink here. Tools, I'm not going to open that all the way up. Really big storage under here. It's carpet. I don't think that's going to stay there forever, but it's fine for now. Here is the range top. You can see this is cracked. This is all Corian. This is all Corian countertop. This is cracked. I'm sure we'll do something with this eventually. It's a 2-burner propane stove top. And this is a microwave. It's not a convection microwave, it's just a microwave. So I imagine that's going to change at some point as well. We don't use microwaves too often, but we do use the convection. A little bit more storage under here. It's actually really good for storage. I love that. Here is the fridge. It's a 2-door fridge. This is about 50% bigger than a Dometic 8 cubic foot. This is called a New Dimensions, and it's a Dometic fridge as well. Has an ice maker. You can see in here, it's got a lot of space, more than what we're used to. And this is getting a bit old. It works fine. Who knows, we might upgrade that eventually as well, but we're going to start slowly. We're not rushing this. Right, so it has a split bathroom. Over here is a vanity with a sink and some cupboards with mirrors. We're noticing lots of mirrors in here. Over here, more storage. So this has been plumbed for a washer dryer, but they don't have a washer dryer. So there's a big space here. It looks like somebody's turned this into a closet. And down here we've got 3 shelves. So yeah, again, lots of storage. But we could put a washer dryer in there, either a combo unit or 2 units, which tend to be more efficient. But I'm living without a laundry in our RV for almost 4 years, and honestly, it's never bothered us. So we're going to be not rushing into putting a washer dryer in because we might actually prefer the storage space. This is the shower. This is really the only obvious brass fixtures we have here. Maybe that's easy to change, I'm not sure. But at the moment, it's really not bothering me too much. So there's your shower. Over here is a separate toilet room. We know you're going to want to see the toilet. The toilet brand is a Traveller. Never heard of that. But it's like a plastic seat and a porcelain bowl and a push pedal. So look at this. Look at all this arm room. I've got plenty of room. I could dance in here. I could dance in the toilet, and there is plenty of room to do so. So I think I will. Got a window in the toilet. There you go. A loo with a view. So that's nice. More storage. More mirrored cabinets. This one's a little broken here, but let's take a look. Look at how deep this is. That's really deep storage. So that is a great, another little closet hanger up there. So it looks to me like somebody liked to have lots of storage space for their clothes. Now we're in the bedroom. No slides in the bedroom. We used to have 2, now we have none. So the bed, it actually does not come with a mattress at all. So of course, first thing we are doing is to order a new mattress from Mattress Insider, because the one that we've got in the Tiffin we love. So we're getting exactly the same size, queen and build mattress as we had before. Here's the closet. This is my side of the bed. So we've got a tall closet here, and then we've got a shorter one here with this old Panasonic TV. But listen, again, listen to the wood. Yeah. See? Yeah. Big window, so big window on both sides of the bedroom. That's going to let in a lot of light, which is really great because there are no slides and it's a smaller bedroom. It still has a lot of storage, and with all those windows and the extra light, it's going to feel bigger than it actually is. Whereas in our Tiffin bedroom, the only window we have is behind the bed and the shades are always down. So it was always kind of dark in there, especially with those dark brown walls. Another mirrored cabinet. Little stuff here. Another couple of drawers. This is way more storage than I ever had in our Tiffin coach. And these are huge. This is big storage above the bed, really tall, deep and long, all the width of the coach. So there's lots of storage in this coach. Last but now, Marc's got the same on his side as I do here with storage. Big mirror behind the bed. Come in handy. Here is another mirrored closet. We've got a lot of mirrors going on in here. So this is a tall closet, but they're so tall. Marc mostly has shirts. Plenty of room here to build in some shelves or little drawers or something for extra things because he doesn't have drawers on his side of the closet. So that wraps up the tour of the inside of our Country Coach. This is probably a huge shock for a lot of you. Not at all what you're expecting. It wasn't what we were expecting either, but you know, sometimes you just find something and you fall in love with it and you have a vision about what it can be, and that is what we're doing with this coach. So this is going to be some fun content over the rest of the year as we make this our own home on wheels.
And check, this is a feature I really like, especially driving solo. This is my snack tray and beverage tray. You can just sit back in your chair and you can have your snacks and beverage right there. It's a really nice driving coach. One other thing that's a little funny, we've got curtains. More cupboards up here. We've got the curtains, and these are actually nice and subtle colors. They're not really obnoxious, so I kind of like them. And they've got this huge TV up here that you'd be able to watch when the slide is out, but that's probably going to come out anyways. We don't watch much TV. Here's your monitors for your holding tanks, the black tanks, fresh tanks. It's got a 110-gallon fresh tank. The LP, the battery. This is a terrible battery gauge, and then the water pump. But it does have the generator switch here, 1,800 hours on the generator. This coach drives amazing, and it's well broken in. It's got 170,000 miles on it, and which, you know, when you think about it, 20 years, if they're doing 10,000 miles a year, it's probably not too far off of average. But just keeping it broke in, it's actually better to have a coach with some miles than without them sometimes, because if they sit too much, that's actually harder on them than driving them. So these are built to go many, many more miles than this. So confident there's a lot of miles left in our CC and our Country Coach. But absolutely love this coach. Yeah, like Julie said, it just, sometimes you just come across something and it just fits. It just feels right, and that was what this coach was for both of us. It's already super roomy even with the slide in, but with the slide out, this gets really roomy in here.
So now you can see how roomy it is with the one single slide out over here. I mean, I think this actually feels wider than our quad slide Tiffin in the living room. I don't feel like it's any smaller at all than what we've had all this time, but huge amount. You could do like yoga on the floor here. Okay, so that's one thing to speak to just very quickly. Office space, that's what some of you might be thinking. The reason we had our Tiffin bunkhouse is because we had two great office spaces. Here we've got this little desk that we showed you can pull out. So that's one area that we're probably going to be setting up as an office. We might turn this whole area into an office. So work is going to come into the living space, and that was always high value for us not to do before. But because we're now self-employed and Marc's not working for an employer that he wants to switch off as much at the end of the day, our work is part of our life now, so it doesn't actually bother us. It's not as offensive having workspace in the living area, and we're going to make it look great, so it won't feel like work, it'll feel like play. So being such an old coach, like nearly 20 years old, we know we're going to have to spend some money on it, getting some things upgraded, just like with tires and batteries, and we need a new inverter and you know, a few other things that we need to replace. And we're going to spend a bit of money getting it looking great inside. We think it already looks pretty decent. It's a pretty blank slate, which I'm really happy about, but totally livable as it is right now. Really excited about the makeover that we're eventually going to be doing, but we're going to definitely live in it for a few months as it is until we get a feel for it. But this is such a low cost investment in this coach. We pretty much bought it where it's bottomed out on all of its depreciation, which was something that was really important to us, because if we're going to be spending some money in it, it often doesn't pay to spend money on coach upgrades unless you're planning on having it for a really long time, because of the whole depreciation factor offsetting it. It is not like spending money on upgrades for a house that is typically appreciating, and so that's why we want to be really balancing out what we're spending on the coach and the upgrades, but really just make it ours and make it something that we're really excited to live in. But it's got all the important things that we're looking for and in a coach, and it's got great bones. All right, so that was it. That was our tour of our 1999 Country Coach Intrigue 40 foot.
Just as we bought it, with nothing in it and no upgrades, nothing done to it yet. But we're absolutely love this coach. We're so excited. It's got virtually every single thing we really wanted in a coach, and it's at a price point that was really easy to get into and not be worried about a lot of depreciation. And we think it's going to be a lot of fun to do a little project and restoration and making something truly our own. So we're very excited to share this with you and be looking for a lot more updates on our new Country Coach in coming videos.
Our vintage Country Coach. I think we better call it the VCC, the Vintage Country Coach, because it's definitely not new. But by the time we're done with it, she's going to look amazing.
She is going to look amazing. And
I think it's
going to be,
feels like a she. Rocky felt like a she as well.
Yeah, this did too.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this tour of our Country Coach. There is a lot more to come with what we're going to be doing to this inside and out over the coming months, and potentially even the rest of 2018. So come along for the ride. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, click it now, join us, and ring the bell to get updates when new videos are released. We're really excited to share this entire journey with you. This is a whole new adventure for us, and hopefully for you too. So we've also written a blog post talking more about the details and the specs and the stats of this particular motorhome. So jump over to rvlove.com and check out our blog post about this. We'll put the link down in the description below. And of course, if you've got any questions or comments, we always love to hear them.
So we'd love to hear people's
down in the comments. We are so interested to hear what you have to say.
So looking forward to having you join us on this adventure. And until next time, we'll see you on the road.
Like you're surveying.
We're videoing.
We're going to smoke.
You want to get in?
We're the walk